It's a great day for women. 73 years after the first crash test dummy was invented, us ladies are getting a female version. But before you get too excited, ladies, answer me this. Why does this lady dummy have a raging boner? The GOP, who solves problems by either shooting at them or cutting their taxes, has already decided that election trickery is afoot. We've got locked and loaded ballot box attendees and people ready to dispute election results before they're even in. Plus, federal agencies are warning of a possible increase in violence around Election Day. President Biden even did a big speech about it. But here's the thing. Republicans are up in all the polls, but they're still pissed off anyways. I'm looking forward to speeches like this on election night. U.S. elections are a sham. They are false. Oh, I did win? U.S. elections are good and fair, so just ignore everything we've been saying for the past few years about this giant conspiracy. I fixed it. You're welcome. Seriously, how did I win? I'm fucking nuts. Barack, Michelle's husband Obama, dropped some sick burns on GOP candidates. At a speech in Detroit, politics daddy Obama turned the sassy flame up to high by joking about the absurdity of Herschel Walker being a competent policymaker based only on his football career.
Let's say you're at the airport and you see Mr. Walker and you say, hey, there's Herschel Walker, Heisman winner. Let's have him fly the plane.
You can catch more in his new Netflix stand-up special, Barack Obama, I Got Tired of Paddle Surfing. A self-described 30-year-old virgin is on a mission to pass anti-abortion laws. I'd rather have Carrie on the prom decoration committee. Why would we let this guy anywhere near women's issues? He literally has no foreskin in the game. According to legend, an elephant-sized demon cat stalks the grounds of the U.S. Capitol before any national emergency strikes. It was spotted before JFK's assassination and right before the stock market crash of 1929, and at this point in our history has pretty much taken over the Capitol grounds. Said the cat, listen guys, I'm fucking exhausted. Can you please knock it off? The sun, aka the giant plasma fire at the center of our solar system, maybe has taken the chosen form of Ghoster the Destructor from Ghostbusters? That's probably not good. Putin has been made the chief exorcist of the Russian Orthodox Church because apparently Ukraine is lousy with devil stuff, and they also microwave fish at work. So everyone's cool with Russia getting Ukraine now, right? China is converting their submarine fleet to lithium batteries. The converted subs are expected to use the world's longest USB-C charging cable. Shanghai Disney abruptly closed this week due to a COVID outbreak, trapping many people inside. You know, I used to think going to Disney World was my worst nightmare, but now I have a new, even worse nightmare. In other COVID news, the so-called Scrabble variants are responsible for the majority of current cases. Guess that means your next trip to the doctor could spell disaster, which is worth 28 points. Kanye West is in serious money trouble after losing about $2 billion in sponsorship deals. Our solution is simple. Kanye obviously needs supervision, and Britney Spears' dad has a lot of free time on his hands. By now you've heard that Twitter is going through some big changes lately, and much like the big changes from our teenage years, it's been terrifying, awkward, and still didn't result in a date to the prom. Yes, Elon finally accepted being forced to buy the Bird app, a commitment, much like his children, he thought he could hatch into existence and then ignore. Sources say that Elon, a man who has never delivered anything within 2 years of his own deadlines, is now demanding that Twitter employees work 80-hour weeks in the hopes of not getting shit-canned. In fact, there are so many crazy rumors coming out of Twitter that the cast of Don't Worry Darling said in a statement, "Damn, that sounds like a crazy place to work." LeBron James was one of the more prominent critics of Twitter's recent moves, citing an explosion of racial slurs on the site. Which must have come as a shock to Elon. He spent a lot of time on those tweets. Conspiracy theorists are now saying Elon Musk is the antichrist because of his Halloween costume. Well, if we're judging people based on their Halloween costumes, I guess I have a confession to make. I am a banana. That's right, I was born in a tree and a guy with a machete cut me down from there, and now I have my own news show. In other tech news, everybody's other favorite online hellscape proprietor, Meta, seems to be struggling a bit lately with, well, everything. In a spooky Halloween surprise, a fuck ton of Instagram accounts woke up to a message saying they were suspended for no reason. When asked to comment, CEO Mark Zuckerberg admitted they simply needed to shift resources to the avatar-like generation division.
There's one more feature coming soon that's probably the most requested feature on our roadmap. Legs.
Following his comment, Horizon World's daily active users fell from 2 to 1. Google is working on extending Google Translate to work with wild animals. The new innovation will help people communicate with Kid Rock and other creatures. And finally tonight, Shift Robotics has made great strides in bringing together comfortable footwear, high-speed travel, and inevitable litigation. Moonwalkers, or the world's fastest shoes as the company claims, are set to propel users over all sorts of urban terrain, and then onto their faces, and finally into court. You know what they say, one lawyer's nightmare is a shoe designer's dollar sign. Join us on election night at 8 p.m. Central for our live election night special. Find it under the live tab on our YouTube channel or subscribe at sandphoenix.com/phoenix-flyer. See you next Tuesday.
Your efforts are valid, but I don't think the step up is a challenge. Your efforts are valid, but I don't think the step up is a challenge.